Hi everybody, it's your girl Favorite Brit. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to discuss something very important, okay? So this is a real accountable video, like all my videos are. And I'm going to talk to y'all today about sex, okay? So we're going to talk about sex, we're going to talk about protecting your womb, and we're going to talk about all of that. I'm going to give you some tips. This is mainly for like the younger girls who might not know no better, like ages 12, because they start young now. I'm going to say 10. From ages 10 to about 25, 26. Because some girls might not know no better. Some girls might not have no guidance. Some girls might not have nobody real and honest enough to tell them in their family. So I'm here to tell y'all to protect your womb, your kitty cat, your lady part area, your V, okay? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about sex today. So this is a informative, educational type video. So the first thing I want to tell y'all is to, well, first of all, wait. I don't have any kids, okay, by choice, because I always felt like I had to be married first to a good man. And I never was the type to just be crazy over kids. So, like, I mean, I like kids, but I don't like, oh, I just dream of being a mother. I never, like, felt that way. So, I maybe once I get older, I'll feel the itch. Like, I like kids, but I never, like, died and was crazy over, like, parenting. Because obviously I would have kids by now. I didn't reach this big age and still ain't had no kids for a reason. You know, this was intentional. So, like in my teenage days, I've seen a lot of single mothers. I had friends that were single mothers. I seen it in my family. Like, I've seen it. My first niece came when I was like 7 years old. I have a little sister, so it's like I guess I just never was so pro kid. I don't know what to call it. I never was that type, so I don't know if I'm gonna even have ever had kids. I don't know. Anyway, so that's just a little bit about me. I had a boyfriend when I was 16. I had two boyfriends. I had one when I was 16, and then I dumped him, then got with the other one, the long-term boyfriend. I had a boyfriend before him, but the first boyfriend ain't last. So, but the first boyfriend, we did a little hokey pokey, but it ain't going nowhere because I just was too scared. I was saying, stop, no, get off me. And it never went nowhere. But the second boyfriend, we was doing stuff. So, I want to talk to y'all about birth control. First, we're going to start off by go to your local Planned Parenthood or your local clinic to get you some type of birth control. They got all kinds. They got condoms, they got IUDs, they got the patch you put on your shoulder, they got the shot, they got what's the one they put in your arm? The Nexplanon. That's the last thing I had years ago. This was 2016 or something. I had Nexplanon back then. But I ain't know none of that stuff now. I'm free from birth control, free from sex, free from any spirits on me, okay? Because I'm celibate. Well, I mean abstinent, saving myself. So, yeah, so birth control. Get you some birth control and take your birth control. As a woman, you are responsible for your womb, okay? You are responsible for your womb as a woman. You are responsible to take your birth control every day. You're responsible for keeping condoms on you in your purse when you and your boo ready to get it popping. You are responsible for, because sometimes these dudes will shoot the club up. Shoot the club up mean ejaculating you. So if a man, this is science, if a man ejaculating you, and you don't have nothing to protect you, them sperms are swimming to them eggs, and then guess what? Now you got a baby up in there. That's how science works. So you need something to protect you from that sperm swimming to that egg, okay? So get on some type of birth control that's best for you, okay? Whatever kind, try different ones, you know, figure what floats your boat. But you, as a woman, you are responsible for that. So you get something and protect yourself. And don't let nobody talk you out of stop taking your birth control, because sometimes guys will do that. They'll try to talk you out of taking your birth control. You keep taking your stuff, you keep wearing condoms, because sometimes they don't want you to wear condoms, so they want a raw dog, especially if you're in a relationship. They're gonna tell you, well, it's just, I'm not doing nothing with nobody. I don't care if he say he ain't doing nothing with nobody. I don't care what he say. Keep that condom on, okay? That can prevent you and save your life. You can get something you can't get rid of if you don't use condoms, okay? The next thing, don't get pregnant, especially as a teenager, as a young adult, especially if you don't, well, first of all, if you're too young to even be, mentally ready to raise another person, especially if you're a child. I mean, yeah, it can be done. Yeah, some people have villages behind them, but in today's world, no. The same people that tell you, oh, we gonna help you, we can't wait till the baby shower, oh, we gonna be there for you, them the people will not most likely be there to help you. And if they do, you are blessed, but you don't even want to put yourself in that predicament. So don't get pregnant young. Do not, because being a teen parent is hard, y'all. Like, I don't have children, but once again, I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand in my life, in my family. I've seen it with my friends. I've seen it with girls I went to school with. I've seen it. So girls in my neighborhood, I've seen it. Like, it's not a joke. Like, y'all think it's cute and funny. It's cute and funny when you young and you got this idea of family in your head. But a lot of time, the guys will switch their mind, change their mind after the baby come or after you get pregnant, that they don't want to parent with you. They don't want the baby no more. They don't want nothing to do with you. Or sometimes guys will just try to get you pregnant to trap you and set you back so that you can't move forward with your life because you have potential. Ooh, okay, so next we're going to talk about, I put on here don't give it up, but people is going to give it up. People going to give it up, okay? So if you do give it up, just give it up safely, all right? Because I can't police nobody's womb. I'm just telling y'all what to do to prevent being a single mom and a baby mom and like raising a child on your own. Because as one person, it's not easy to raise a baby, a whole human being by yourself. Take care of a household by yourself. Go to work. Take care of this, do that. That's not an easy role you want to set yourself up to do it all alone. And the women are people who tell you you'll be fine and you will turn out just okay and oh this and oh that. Yeah, they've done it, but a lot of times they want to see you struggle. Sometimes some people don't want you to pass them up, so they'll tell you, babies are a blessing. Don't get rid of that baby. I don't believe in Borsiana. They're going to tell you all that so you can be baby mama with them with the baby on your hip arguing with your baby daddy just like they doing. So do not listen to them either, okay? They going to set you up. I've had people try to set me up plenty times, but you have to have a strong mind as a young girl. And you have to know what you want in your future. And also, your boyfriend or the guy you're dealing with, whoever, okay, how do I say this? Sometimes you gotta follow and do what's best for you, because sometimes guys will want you to have their baby, like I said earlier, to set you back. It ain't for a family idea. It ain't for none of that. It's to set you back. And if you know you young, you broke, you ain't got no money, you ain't got your stuff together, you don't even know what direction you heading towards in life, don't do that. I don't recommend you do that to yourself, y'all. I don't recommend it. You need to think smart and think about your future and what you want. And so what if he get mad or guilt trip you? And so what if he want to dump you or stop talking to you because you're not ready for that type of responsibility? I'm not saying never have kids, but I'm saying, especially as a young adult, you're still trying to figure your life out and figure yourself out. I don't recommend do that. And then the next one I have is the easiest way to prevent all of that is to be abstinent. And that means no sexual intercourse with the man. And so you just basically, focus on you when you're young. Focus on getting yourself together. And yeah, eventually when you get older, yeah, with the right person, if you're ready to have a child, have one. But I'm not saying don't have one, but I'm saying don't have one young while you're unstable, you don't have nothing, and you and him barely get along, y'all barely like each other, y'all only together because the sex is good. And that's a lot of times that's what happens. Even as with adults, sometimes even women in marriages get bamboozled with the family idea. I've had a ex-friend like that happened to her. She was raised in the church, and she fell for the happy family thing. And as soon as she got her family and everything together, the husband didn't want to do the family thing no more. He didn't want to he didn't want to step up and help. And this woman that had about 5, 6 of his kids, like 5, I think 5 kids by him, and he switched it up. Like, he didn't want to do it no more. So it's like, that's why you got to follow your first mind and don't just go about what he say. Just because a man say he want a baby. Okay, now that situation is different because they was married. But I'm talking about boyfriend. If somebody just saying something, oh, he want a baby. Okay, too bad. I always had a standard that I have to be married to a good man first before I have anybody kids. I've had so many men try to trap me. I would have 10 kids and 20 baby daddies if I listened to these men out here trying to trap you, because they will do that. I'm telling you, they will do that. And then you just think, have a brain of your own, and stand strong on your stuff. Take your birth control and protect yourself. And another thing is so a lot of women that's promiscuous, and that, I mean, yeah, everybody does have sex. That's a human thing to do. So, but promiscuous women who are just wild and reckless and just having babies back to back to back by different men, and they got a receipt. They're using the baby as a receipt for each man that then entered them. Don't be like those type of women. Those type of women are most likely looking for love, or they never had a dad or somebody to tell them that that's not the way you're supposed to move in life. Like, that's reckless. And then that's a whole nother video. The children suffer. It's just a whole lot. Then on top of that, the children suffer because you stressed out, you burnt out, you angry, you mad at them, you mad at the daddy, and it's because you fell for the okie doke. You cannot fall for that. Now, okay, I give you one time. If you got pregnant one time and then you say, okay, hell no, I ain't doing this no more. You had that one baby and then you done with him. But some women will keep having 2, 3, 4, 5 babies by him. When you done seen he not helping you with the first baby, why would you go have 4 more after the first baby? I don't get that. And that's what one of my old girls did. Like, if he showed you he want to argue with you about buying diapers. He don't want to come get the baby on Saturday when you got to work. You got to quit jobs and you got to do this, and you can't even go to finish school. You can't do anything you want to do because he make your life a living hell. That's because that's how he wanted it to be from jump. And if you would have just avoided that by not even having his children at all, or at least learning from the first child you had and not having 3 more by him, then you would have been fine. But yeah, so protect your womb and take your birth control, and do not let these dudes trap you and scam you into having these kids, because all they're going to do is then they'll trap you like they want a family, and then they'll turn around and sit up and tease you and call you a baby mama. 80% of black women are baby mamas, and this and this and that. It's like, whoa, you was having a good time in bed too, clapping cheeks, making her a baby mama. So both y'all was clapping cheeks, creating baby mamas. So you can't just blame it on her, and she can't blame it on him, because as the woman, it's your responsibility to take your birth control, to not let nobody impregnate you, to be responsible with your ovulation, to keep track of your periods and stuff. So on both ends, y'all both need to quit. Okay? So that's it for this video. And yeah, young people, just be careful, because you could be living, I mean, you can end up living a nice life with a child, you know what I'm saying, being a single parent. But sometimes it's a lot of bumps in the road, and it's a lot of stress, and it's a lot of stuff that set them back. The real ones will tell you. But a lot of women, They not gonna tell you the truth, but there's some real raw single mamas who will tell you, like, don't do this shit. Some women that's married will tell you, don't do this shit hard. Even in marriage is hard. So don't be listening to these women talking about some babies are a blessing. We gonna help you. Okay, you 16 and pregnant, but we keep your baby. All right. All I'm about is prevention. I'm saying to prevent that from even happening in the first place. Okay, that's why I'm talking to y'all about sex. And if you drinking and smoking and doing all that, that's when you can get pregnant too. So if you had a wild night or a drunk night and you ain't on no birth control, you better go to CVS and get you a Plan B. And Plan B is not a form of birth control. And abortiana, you know what that means? The A word, abortio. Okay, A word is not a form of birth control as well. So I just wanted to have this talk with y'all. Auntie to niece, auntie to little sister, auntie to peer sister, auntie to whoever, you know. Because sometimes, you know, that's an uncomfortable thing. Wasn't taught about sex. I could have been pregnant at 16, 17, child. But my mama found out because she nosy. But she found out and threw me right in that clinic and then got it together quick, okay? But yeah, so, and then like I said, these boys will want you to get pregnant and have their baby to set you back. And it's like, we young, we broke, why would we sit here and have a baby? That's the mindset I always had. That's what I used to tell my boyfriend. We young, we broke. We ain't got our lives together. Why would we have a baby? So you need to have a mind of your own. I had a mind of my own young. And you need to think about what you want. Like I always say, it ain't about what they want. That's the reason I'll be saying, well, not that too, but it's not all about them. Like, because if you go by all about them and they're not a trustworthy, honorable person, you will fuck your life up, okay? So you need to go by you and what you want, okay? So make sure you take your birth control for the 20th time, and don't be letting these people raw dog you and impregnate and getting pregnant by everybody that enter up in you. Ain't no need for that. You can prevent that if you be a responsible adult and you take care of your business and you just focus on you and do you. Love you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bye. Oh, and one more thing. Most likely your clinic offers free condoms and all of that stuff too. So get with your clinic and they will you know, give you all the stuff you need and set up your appointments and stuff. And if you got some kind of insurance, you should have health insurance. They will cover it. But go to Planned Parenthood. Find one in your local neighborhood. Bye.